Man vergisst schnell, was man so als Saisonziel ausgegeben hat. Letztes Jahr haben wir hier noch als Tabellenletzter gestanden und das ist keine Entschuldigung, aber trotzdem ist dieses auf einmal die Chance zu bekommen, doch ganz nach oben zu gehen. Die wollen wir natürlich versuchen zu nutzen, aber wir können sie nicht erzwingen.
Vielen Dank, Peter Vollmann. Einen neuen Mann gibt es ja bei Ihnen. Das ist aber kein Spieler, das ist ein Co-Trainer. Kurtulus Öztürk ist wieder an der Seite von Marco Antwerpen. Und wir haben Marco Antwerpen mal gefragt, ja, wie waren denn so die letzten Arbeitstage im altbekannten Duo?
Wird jetzt ein bisschen zu viel als Thema gemacht. Ich glaube, wir bereiten uns hier auf ein Spiel vor und ich habe mit ihm schon erfolgreich zusammengearbeitet und das versuchen wir jetzt hier einfach einzubringen.
Ja, im letzten Spiel, da lief es nicht so gut. Dafür gibt es jetzt für dieses Spiel 4 Änderungen in der Startelf. Wir müssen natürlich auch verletzungsbedingt auf Bernd Nerik, auf den Kapitän verzichten. Das ist natürlich ganz bitter. Es fehlt die Konstanz bei der Mannschaft. Das Ganze nur mit Verletzungen zu entschuldigen, ist, denke ich, nicht der richtige Weg. Wie können Sie das erklären?
Ja, es gibt immer 2 Ansätze. Zum einen kriegen wir keine Konstanz rein, weil wir natürlich auch mal die Aufstellung ändern müssen. Oftmals oder durch Verletzungen und durch Sperren. Da sind wir immer wieder zu wechseln gezwungen, teilweise schon mal in der ersten Halbzeit auch. Da kriegst du keine Sicherheit rein. Das andere ist natürlich, dass wir auch teilweise keine Konstanz in unsere Leistung bekommen. Und klar, der Kritik müssen wir uns auch definitiv stellen.
Eintracht Braunschweig gegen den KFC Uerdingen. 3-mal standen sich die beiden Mannschaften in Liga 3 schon gegenüber und in der Bundesliga sogar 8-mal. Das letzte Mal 1985, also ich war da noch nicht auf der Welt, aber vielleicht ja mein Kollege Gary Paumann. Wir fragen ihn mal. Viel Spaß mit ihm und der ersten Halbzeit.
Die 3. Liga bei Magenta Sport, präsentiert von bwin.
Eintracht Braunschweig gegen den KFC Uerdingen, präsentiert von der Volksbank. Bravo, viel Spaß!
Good afternoon and welcome to live coverage of the Dritte Liga in Germany, the 3rd level. It's Matchday 26 and we're at the Eintracht Stadion in Braunschweig for Eintracht Braunschweig up against Uerdingen. So it's surely a must-win game for Braunschweig to stay in touch with the promotion race. Uerdingen, though, need the points as well as they're looking over their shoulders at the relegation zone, as we see 2 inconsistent sides come up against each other. So Braunschweig, they are average at home. They need to improve their home form, and 3 points would be very, very welcome today for Marco Antwerpen and his team. A man who took over from Christian Flutman but hasn't really overseen an improvement so far, but he has brought in a new assistant coach this week in Öztürk, and he finds his team today 4 points off 3rd spot. They're currently in 7th place after losing 3-1 at Würzburg last week, and they've gone all out on the attack today with Proschwitz and Poirier, the man on loan from Karlsruhe, who was the top scorer in the Dritte Liga last season. Alongside Proschwitz, supported by Kobylanski, Beer and Biancardi in behind, with Kammerbauer anchoring the midfield. He could be in for a big game today with all those attacking players in front of him. He'll be hoping they can track back and help him out. They've suffered a blow that their captain Nerig is out with a muscle tear, Fürstener as well. And they need to improve their form, as we see the two coaches for Braunschweig there, Antwerpen on the left and the new man Öztürk on the right. As they've been in the bottom half of the table, if you count it, since the winter break. Both sides down there, Uerdingen as well. So this is a big one today. They've also got Biancardi in on loan from Heidenheim. He brings creativity and pace to their attack. And they'll be hoping for a better result than the last time these two played here, as Uerdingen went away with the 3 points, a 2-0 win back in 2018. But the reverse fixture was a cracking game, as Braunschweig won 2-1 with 10 men, as Fitzner was sent off. They came from behind after Leukemia opened the scoring. Otto and Weber in the last 20 minutes got them the win away from home. On to Uerdingen, who with their squad that they have should be punching higher than they are at the moment. Leukemia and Kirchhoff, surely one of the better centre-back partnerships at this level. Masuschik in midfield as well, a very dangerous player. But the front man, Daniel Steuernagel, who is in control until Stefan Reisinger, the real head coach for Uerdingen, until he gets his licenses and properly takes over. They need to rescue the team from the relegation threatened spot that they find themselves in as we get the game underway. Uerdingen all in black with the kickoff, but Braunschweig immediately trying to counter against them. That's a loose clearance from Kirchhoff there. As they had a horrible result last week, losing 2-0 at home to the bottom side Münster. Not good enough. And it's a pretty fit squad that they've got. Bittroff and Unbom are both out, as they're in 11th place, which sounds okay. But they're only 7 points clear of the relegation zone as we come into the business end of the season. And they've got a horrible scoring record as well, only 27 goals, and we're in the 26th round of fixtures. Really not good enough. The third worst attack, and only 3 goals scored since the winter break. That needs to improve. But their away form is good. They keep it tight away from home. They've only lost once in their last 6 away. And they've also won at Ingolstadt by 1-0 in that run. But their top scorer with 8 goals for the season, Bura, finds himself on the bench today. So 90 seconds have gone already. Both sides just feeling their way into the game, as Braunschweig will be looking to get on the front foot here at home, hosting this one against Uerdingen. Kiewski. Back to Biancardi. And they do have a very attacking lineup today. There could be fireworks in this match if they can all link up, as we see them give the ball away there sloppily. But Uerdingen unable to find Grimaldi on the halfway line to set off on the counter. This is Burmeister. Across again to Kiewski. I'll try and keep you up to date as well with what's going on around the grounds as well. There have been goals already at Zwickau. 1-0 against Würzburger Kickers, and 1860 slipped behind as well against Chemnitz. As the Dritte Liga coming into the final straight now. It's 3 minutes gone here, goalless. Braunschweig didn't get off to a good start last week against Würzburg. They'll be hoping for better this time out. As it's hardly been a high-octane start to the game after 3 minutes. That will suit Uerdingen fine, though. As Kobylanski gets the ball here on the left-hand side, he's rather just run into the trap there that Uerdingen laid for him with 2 players covering. The ball here delivered back to Fizic. Under a bit of pressure here, the defence, but Kiewski is in plenty of space, but then rolls the ball out of play. Well, it seems as though both sides at the moment still in the dressing room need to get going here for this big match for both teams. Uerdingen, you would think, will be safe from relegation with 7 points between them and the bottom 4, but in this league you can just go on a little run and fly up the table, so they'll be aware of that from the bottom sides. Sauer there just giving away the free kick, just wrestling the defender Kiewski to the ground there. As it's been a quiet opening 5 minutes. Throw in on the left here for Uerdingen. Haven't really got into the final third yet, although they might get a strike away here. They do, but it's well over the bar from Grimaldi. We'll be hoping that his finishing is better than that for the rest of this match. Did well to engineer the space, but leaning back as he took the strike from the just outside the edge of the box there. Now the hold-up play from Proschwitz. Throw in then for Kiewski. Braunschweig going forward here through Kessel. Thread the ball through midfield, but it's packed in there. You can see Uerdingen have got plenty of bodies in that central midfield area. It will be up to Braunschweig to try and break them down. Uerdingen have obviously come here looking for a point. Just a foul coming in there as we see Daniel Steuernagel and Stefan Reisinger, the men in charge of Uerdingen, looking on from the bench. They won't be too worried by what they've seen so far from Eintracht Braunschweig, but there's a long way to go yet, and they've got to defend this set piece from Kobylanski. It's a clever one down the left-hand side here. He gets it back, though. They haven't really used that clever ball as the ball is nodded on into the 6-yard area and cleared eventually by Uerdingen. As there's a high boot right in the face there of Kessel. Well, it was involuntary, we'll say, from Rodriguez, but it's still a foul. And very, very, very painful for Kessel. Right in the face and on the edge of the boxes, so a dangerous free kick as well as he's getting some treatment here, as you would imagine. A yellow card is coming out as well for Rodriguez. And it was certainly not at all meant, as he gets his 7th yellow card of the season. And right into the mouth there. Well, Kessel going in there where it hurts, just to try and nod the ball down and control it. Got a boot in the face for his efforts. And now he's got to be careful for the rest of the game here. We've only played 8 minutes. As Kessel, I think, is in some serious trouble. The Braunschweig coaches and fans will be hoping that he doesn't need changing, but it looks as though the physio is signalling that he's going to have to come off here really early. And that is a blow. Kessel is an excellent player and an important player for Eintracht Braunschweig. So Ziegler looks as though he's the man getting ready to come on as we see a replay again. Well, absolutely no malice in it from Rodriguez, but he caught him with the flailing leg there. Well, we can see Rodriguez just explaining to the Braunschweig players that it was purely accidental. And an enforced change coming up here for Braunschweig. Plenty of time will be added on then at the end of the first half due to this injury, as the stretcher's coming on finally. So 10 minutes gone, and we've had a break here for about 3 or 4 minutes due to this injury to Kessel. A very unfortunate one. And when play restarts, it's going to be a free kick on the edge of the D for Braunschweig. Able to see the damage that's been done to Kessel. Maybe that's a good thing. He gets carried off, and you can see he's looking really groggy. No wonder. Catching a high boot to the face from Rodriguez. And hopefully he'll recover and be fine. Ziegler's up and ready to come on. So a round of applause around the ground as Kessel comes off. Popular figure, of course, around Eintracht Braunschweig. Standing ovation as well for the defender going off so early here. 12th minute as Ziegler will come on to replace him. Well, that treatment lasted about 5 or 6 minutes in the end, just to make sure that the head injury is in order. As play now to continue. Königshofer could be tested here by Kobylanski, stands over the free kick. And he's rifled it into the bottom corner. What a great free kick from Kobylanski. Well, after all that time to think about it, Kobylanski made it look really easy, as the goalkeeper was just rooted to the spot there. The wall not doing its job, obviously. And it's 1-0 to Eintracht Braunschweig. 13th minute Kobylanski has opened the scoring here. That's his 8th goal of the season. The top scorer for Braunschweig, and that's a brilliant free kick. The goalkeeper, you can see, just moving to his right-hand side. He didn't trust his wall. Just shifting the wrong way there as Kobylanski deceived him with the free kick. For me, the wall, the positioning of it wasn't quite what it could have been. There was a massive gap there for Kobylanski to put the ball. As the goalkeeper trusted himself, obviously, to do the job. It went the wrong way. And Uerdingen find themselves 1 goal down, and they'll be hoping, though, that the organisation at the back for Braunschweig will just take a few minutes because of Kessel going off and being replaced by Ziegler. What a brilliant free kick that was from Kobylanski. There's been another goal in the 3rd league, with Magdeburg falling behind at home to Carl Zeiss Jena. It's Leukemia. Plays the ball forward here for Konrad. In the Uerdingen midfield. Barry back to Konrad, as it's all a little bit slow here at the moment from Uerdingen. We're coming up towards quarter of an hour played. It's been stop-start. Another ball out to the left here. Kirchhoff, former Bayern and Sunderland man. Flicking out to the left here. This isn't a better attack here as Osawa tries to hold on to the ball. He's managed to pop it back out to the left. Well, it was looking threatening from Uerdingen, but the pace of the attack rather leaving it deflated in the end. Long throw down the right here for Braunschweig. So looking for the flick on there towards Grimaldi, but Grimaldi in an offside position. It looks as though they're already organised, Braunschweig, with Ziegler coming back in for Kessel. Not providing much of a threat, though, at the moment. Long ball down the left-hand side. Uerdingen just trying to turn it on, but Ziegler was there to cushion it back to Fizic. Kiewski just turning inside Konrad. To Becker. Just a little bit of pressure coming here from Uerdingen as Biancardi plays it across his own box. That's never a good idea. But they've got away with it there. Braunschweig. Kammerbauer was calm, luckily for them. Now a long ball up the field towards Beer. Barry. Leukemia. Looking to play it out here, Uerdingen, but for me they're not showing enough urgency, even though it is early days. As the ball is sliced out of play horribly there from Gudvenis. That was a wonderful free kick to open the scoring, sending the keeper the wrong way, deceiving him completely. As there's some space here for Biancardi to sprint into. He plays the ball back across and it's blocked by Leukemia. Well, they were really stretching Uerdingen there. And that's what Biancardi is all about. Darting into these little spaces the teams against him leave open. And he almost punished them. Poirier was in there as well, just looking for the ball to be slid across to him. But Leukemia standing strong and getting the ball out for the first corner of the game. So it's taken short. Kiewski back to the taker, Kobylanski. Biancardi lofting it in, and it was a lovely looking ball as well. But just couldn't quite stretch there. I think it was Becker, or Burmeister in fact, who had come forward from the back. And just couldn't quite launch himself to make contact there as the play flies down the other end. Infield for Uerdingen, back out towards the left here, but the Braunschweig players swarming all over the black shirts at the moment. As Ziegler clears for the corner for the away team. So some defending for Braunschweig to do here. See if they can hold firm. We come up towards 20 minutes played. This is Rodriguez with the delivery, looking for quality. Well, it's a low ball in. It wasn't a great one. It's clear by Braunschweig comfortably. Back out for the throw. Ball back in, headed away by Ziegler again. It looks as though he's settled already, having come on as a sub 8 minutes ago for the injured Kessel, going off with a horrible looking head injury after being caught by Rodriguez. And then from the resulting free kick, Kobylanski scoring. It's Poirier just trying to knock it on there for Bear. And he puts the pressure on the goalkeeper. Königshofu clears long. No pressure on the back line here for Braunschweig. The pressing not coming from Uerdingen, just dropping off. Not sure that's the best tactic, to be honest. Normally they're so tight away from home, Uerdingen, but today they've not been on it really from the first whistle. It's a good chance here for Eintracht Braunschweig to get the 3 points and improve their home record. It's just a little bit of discontent here in the stands as Braunschweig slowly passing it around at the back. Unfortunately, it hasn't been the most exciting of games so far, but the free kick, the obvious highlight from Kobylanski. So little pressure coming from Uerdingen. Finally Grimaldi deciding he's going to put Fizic under the cosh. Mosoa just turning on the ball there, brought down by Kammerbauer, but no foul, says the referee. Biancardi trying to get away, and he is tripped on his way out of defence for the free kick there. Thumbs up as well. Let's give Ines just warned about that by the referee. The tactical foul coming in. We're midway through the first half here. It's 1-0 to Eintracht Braunschweig. Here's the goalscorer Kobylanski. He's running down the blind alley. Uerdingen giving away free kicks here at the moment. Braunschweig very, very comfortable at the moment. As that long ball upfield is cleared by the away side. There's plenty of space out there for Braunschweig if they play it correctly. Kiewski. Yeah, infield towards Kobylanski, and he goes down rather easily. But Rodriguez just putting a bit too much pressure on him for the referee's liking, who was right there on the spot. His momentum rather taking him into Kobylanski, who stopped dead. So another free kick here for him to deliver into the box. Interesting shape to it, and it might fall here for Kiewski. The handball has been given, and the yellow card against Osawa. Well, the ball was rifled into him from a short distance as the volley came in from the edge of the box here after the clearance. Kiewski straight into the body there of Osawa. He's got his hands up, and he's making himself bigger. Yes, as he turns away, you will say that he was protecting himself, but it was an unnatural movement. That's his second yellow of the season, and the chance here for Braunschweig to go 2-0 up through Kobylanski from the spot. Well, he beat the goalkeeper Königshofer so easily from the free kick. Can he do it from the spot? He can. He slots it home. 2-0 Eintracht Braunschweig. 26th minute, his 9th of the season. And, well, I would say, going by the way that Uerdingen have played so far, that should be the 3 points in the bag for Braunschweig, unless we see a remarkable comeback here. Sending the keeper the wrong way again there. A coolly taken spot kick. Now he's on a hat-trick as he looks to go into double figures for the season. Fizic there celebrating at the other end. Although we haven't seen too much action in either penalty area, Braunschweig certainly deserving their lead. And they've got the cushion as well now. Braunschweig play their cards right here. They could be in for a big win. Stefan Reisinger looking a little bit depressed there, as you can imagine. As it stands, this would put Braunschweig up to 5th. Uerdingen stuck in 11th spot. Uerdingen have been poor for me. Remember, this all comes after Braunschweig lost Kessel to injury. Recovered well from that. He helped up from the free kick. And he had to go off. They scored immediately. And then handed a penalty as well for handball against Osawa. Kobylanski, the goal-scoring hero so far with 2. For Kiewski. And it's a lovely cross in, and the header flicked there towards the goal from Proschwitz, just landing on the roof of the net there. As again, so passive here from Uerdingen. No pressure on the man delivering the ball from wide, and no one marking Nick Proschwitz. Uerdingen have got to change this, surely. You can't just wait until half-time before making any changes. They've got to be more proactive. Fizic. Wide left to Kiewski. Looking long here down the channel. Lukemia gets it away. A little bit ungainly, but it worked. Out wide right. Becker trying to go on the overlap, but he's not going to get the ball here. This is Biancardi dropping into his own half to try and direct operations. So we're about to go over half an hour played, and 2-0 Eintracht Braunschweig. Deserved lead as well. It sounds as though Kessel went off with a jaw injury. I'm not surprised. He looked really groggy as well as he went off, but I'm sure he's okay. Hopefully be back in action next week, in the coming weeks at least. Nasty looking injury caused by Rodriguez. No malice in the challenge, but just caught as he went for the ball. So 2 yellow cards so far in the game, both for Uerdingen players Rodriguez and Osawa. Rodriguez for that challenge on Kessel, which ended his game, and Osawa for the handball, which gave away the penalty that Kobylanski converted. As here comes Biancardi, showing good strength initially and feeding it forward. This is Kobylanski just dancing round 1, dancing round 2, getting the shot in, surely 3-0 here. It's finished off by Proschwitz, but again it's Kobylanski who was the main man. Rifling in the shot, Königshofer couldn't really deal with it, palming it straight out to Proschwitz, who had the easiest task in the world to make it 3-0 to Eintracht Braunschweig after only 32 minutes. And that is surely the 3 points going the way of the home team. It all comes from this strength here from Biancardi, showing more desire to get on the ball than the Uerdingen midfielder there. Kobylanski with lovely skill getting the shot in, unlucky not to score, but Proschwitz profiting, controlling the shot well, just making sure as he passed it into the back of the net to get his technique right, keep his head down over the ball. So you'd have to say 2 goals and an assist then for Kobylanski in the game so far. He's had a fine opening half hour to this game. Uerdingen, on the other hand, have been horrible. Dear oh dear. It looks as though the stuffing's been knocked out of them, being beaten by Münster last weekend. They don't look confident at all. Braunschweig then will be hoping that this is a boost for them. Coming towards the end of the season, they are desperate for promotion. Königshofer. And he's got away with a sloppy clearance there, landing at the feet of his own midfielder. Could have gone horribly wrong. Conrad getting on the ball. It's Uerdingen who's simply been overrun here. Well, it's going to have to be the hairdryer treatment from the coaching staff of Uerdingen. Steuernagel and Reisinger have got to get their players fired up here at half-time. If they carry on playing like this, it'll be well gone by half-time. You can see more goals coming from Eintracht Braunschweig if they want to go for them. I can't see them just sitting back on this 3-0 lead. Zusawa runs the ball out of play. What happened to the Uerdingen side, the 1-1-0 at Ingolstadt a couple of weeks ago? Certainly, they haven't turned up here. They've got themselves a corner, though, for Rodriguez to take here. They need a better delivery than he provided earlier. It's a low, short corner. And his eventual ball in is deflected. It was poor again. Run away easily by Braunschweig. This is Dorda. Going all the way back to Königshofer, who was under lots of pressure. That's the difference between the two sides. Braunschweig with their tails up here, pressing at every opportunity. Uerdingen really playing within themselves at the moment. 10 minutes to go before half-time, and it can't come quickly enough, really, for the away team. Of course, there'll be plenty of time added on as well due to that injury to Kessel, as we see a replay of the third goal. Good save from Königshofer. Nothing he could do. He tried to send it as wide as he could as he palmed the shot from Koblanski away, but it landed straight at the feet of Proschwitz. And it was the easiest of finishes from him, his 5th of the season. Needs to score more goals for me at this level. He's a far better striker than perhaps what his statistics are showing. Plenty of experience as well. As Antwerpen looks pretty pleased with his lot on the sidelines. Öztürk next to him as well, having an immediate effect going by this performance. As the ball is sprayed out towards the right-hand side for Becker to come forward. Biancardi just ignoring him. And it looks as though this attacking formation for Braunschweig suits them down to the ground. Uerdingen have had absolutely no answer to them. Proschwitz holding it up, looking to deliver down the channel, but that's picked up there by Barry. And then a horrible skewed clearance. I'm not quite sure what he was looking for there. As a free kick is given against Biancardi for a high boot in midfield there. So free kick for Uerdingen. For sure. Boot at head height, and after what happened to Kessel earlier, I think the referee clamping down on that kind of thing. It's Rodriguez again here. Stands over the set piece. Those corners have been poor so far. This is a straight free kick. It's nodded back in by Kirchhoff. And over his shoulder. The shot rifled in from the edge of the D. But away, Matušić unable to find a way through the forest of bodies in the box there, as there's a deep one in. And great hands from Vizic, and he bowls the ball out immediately. And it looks as though they're looking for 4-0 here. Braunschweig. Koblanski. Lovely through ball here. Great run off the ball from Poirier. And he couldn't quite get enough on it to get it towards his partner up front there, Broschwitz, who was standing in a good position. But a lovely counter-attack by Braunschweig, cutting Uerdingen apart there. Well, 6 long minutes for Uerdingen to go before half-time, plus time added on. I'd say 10 minutes probably, all in all. Well, the Braunschweig fans in full voice, as you would imagine, watching an excellent display from their team so far. Quality into the box for Uerdingen as Visic comes out and was just juggling the ball and tripped as he came out. But he's got away with that as well. Nothing going the way of Uerdingen at the moment. Well, that could have been a catastrophe in the end for the goalkeeper. He had the presence of mind when he was prone on the floor to grab the ball. So into the last 5 minutes of the half. Barking orders constantly, Visic. We want to keep the clean sheet here. That's good strength in midfield there from Poirier. And away by Leukemia. Despite the scoreline of 3-0 here, hasn't been the most exciting of matches, but Braunschweig making sure that they should take the 3 points here, racing into that 3-0 lead, which I imagine they will take into half-time. Here's Kublanski. 2 goals and an assist for him so far today. How will Stefan Reisinger change this at half-time for Uerdingen? He can't continue to play this way as we see another poor ball delivered. Straight on to the sidelines there from Dorda. Easy clearance out from the back there for Burmeister. And the ball there just from Becker, just deflected on its way through, taking any power off it and the direction. So ball clipped forward here towards the halfway line, flicked on by Grimaldi. Into the final minute of the first 45, plus time added on, of course, for that Kessel injury. Wait for the signal for that, but I would imagine 4 or 5 minutes minimum, really. As the ball comes in, and that's better from Uerdingen. As Grimaldi came in, looking for the header, showing good desire to get there, but nodding it wide. Oh, he's barely touched the ball, the striker for Uerdingen. Ozawa as well has been on the fringes of the match, really getting involved, and that's been symptomatic of the whole team, really. Such a passive performance from the away side, as 4 minutes are signalled by the assistant referee, as you can see. Well, you'd have to back Braunschweig from here to take the 3 points. Can't imagine that Uerdingen will improve their performance that much. To be able to come back would be thrilling, though, in the second half, should they go for it. So that's another good ball in. Fizic just palming it away from Osawa. Much, much better here coming towards the end of the half from Uerdingen. Perhaps they've woken up here as the sun comes out as well. Now the long ranger, and that's a poor effort. Matuszczyk didn't really look too confident as he took that on against his former club. As we see Fizic here looking alert, doing really well. Uersawa closing in. Braunschweig here just knocking it around, playing for time before the break here. And it will be a very happy dressing room, I'm sure. Marco Antwerpen delighted with the first half. Really no threat has been caused by Uerdingen, as finally Grimaldi's getting involved in the game there, trying to slide in on Fizic. But he'll be telling his players that he wants more of the same. They can't take their foot off the gas. It could be fatal for them. Shot coming in, blocked. Lukemia is up there to bolster the attack with a minute left of time added on. Now the shot, and away by Ziegler again. And Proschwitz, that's a clever ball. Biancardi, that's beautiful forward. It could be 4 here, but the defender just getting back there. Cracking in the end. Poirier just couldn't quite pull the trigger in time. It allowed Barry to come across and cover. That's a brilliant ball from Biancardi towards Poirier. And the corner here in the final minute of the half then for Eintracht Braunschweig. Well, I'm sure that Braunschweig, their tactics will be to pick off Uerdingen in the second half. I think they are going to get their chances to do so. Uerdingen will surely try and fly forward to get back into this. They've got nothing to lose. They're already 3-0 down at half-time to that double from Kobylanski. And the goal from Proschwitz, it's 4. Is it? No, Proschwitz is flagged offside this time as he tapped home. Well, almost a replay of the goal for 3-0 there as the half-time whistle goes, and it ends with Proschwitz unhappy about the referee's decision there. Let's have a look. Yes, he's clearly offside. But that could have been even worse for Uerdingen. As it is, they go in at 3-0 down. That's bad enough. It could have been 4, as Uerdingen have been far too passive. Braunschweig have played within themselves and still come off at half-time 3-0 to the good. Join us in 15 minutes or so to see if they can increase their lead at all. Welcome back to the second half here of this Dritte Liga match between Eintracht Braunschweig and Uerdingen. The home side are leading by 3-0 at half-time. A double from Kobylanski and the third from Proschwitz making the difference. It could have been 4 as well, as Proschwitz had a goal ruled out for offside right at the end of the first half. So Uerdingen have been put, and they're making a double change at half-time with Evina and Kinsombi both coming on for this second period. Let's see if they can turn it around here, as they made a dreadful start to this game, really. Kessel went off injured for Braunschweig when it was 0-0 from the resulting free kick. Kobylanski finding the bottom corner with a cool finish. He then added a penalty after a handball from Ozawa. And Proschwitz then profiting from his shot, which was palmed away by Königshofer straight into his path, and he tapped home with ease. So 3-0 Braunschweig, and they'll be hugely confident of taking the 3 points here. Surely they will. And I'm predicting that they can pick off Uerdingen as well in this second period, unless the performance is much improved from the away side. As Kinsombi gets his first touch. Looking sharp there, Kinsombi, but in the end running straight into the challenge. He is on for Geert Vainis, who barely had a kick really in that first half. Just waiting for confirmation about who Evina came on for. And it's Grimaldi who's the man withdrawn for him. Another player who didn't really get into the game in that first half. Had one decent effort coming towards the end of the half, but other than that, pretty anonymous. As there's the ball here from Ozawa across the 6-yard area. No one closing in for Uerdingen. Well, they could have done with someone arriving there just to tap home to make it 3-1. They need a goal as quickly as possible here if they are to make a comeback. As that's the reverse ball. Cleverly done. As Dorda plays it across. Now it's Biancardi to come away with the ball. He's fouled, does he? No. Good disguise on that pass as Uerdingen smashed the ball across from Evina, and it's just inches away from that far post. Well, this is already far, far better from Uerdingen. I'm sure that Stefan Reisinger was absolutely furious with his team in the dressing room. But they're looking sharper. They're getting shots away now. And perhaps Braunschweig have got more to think about here than they anticipated. At 3-0 up, they would have thought they're cruising, but it hasn't turned out that way so far. Well, a double change making an immediate improvement, paying dividends already from Uerdingen. Evina and Kinsombi have been really involved in this opening 3 minutes, as they've done more in 3 minutes than they did in the entirety of the first half. Played in towards Evina, lifted up again, chested down, and there's a bit of a mix-up in defence here, and almost the ball being forced past the goalkeeper there by Evina. Oh, Braunschweig, this is almost as Uerdingen were playing in the first half, just very, very sleepy at the start of play here. Again, it's Uerdingen coming forward here, and there must be a little bit of anxiety around the stands here from the Braunschweig fans. They're 3-0 up, but this is hardly ideal the way they're playing at the moment, inviting Uerdingen onto them. There's going to be a yellow card produced here, the third of the game. It's time for Dorda. 3 cards handed to Uerdingen players. Rodriguez and Osawa also in trouble with the referee. So his 3rd yellow of the season so far. Just showing his frustration there, and the referee cracking down on it. Yellow card really, but at least he's showing some passion, which Uerdingen completely failed to do in the first half. But this is far better so far, although Proschwitz comes away with the ball here, trying to roll it across to Biancardi. It's managed to sneak its way through, and he sneaks the ball into the bottom corner as well. Uerdingen, well, they played well in this opening 5 minutes of the second period, but completely allowed Biancardi just to stroll into the penalty area there. They couldn't cut out the ball towards him, and he finished with ease. A fantastic finish from the man on loan from Heidenheim. His 2nd goal of the season. And surely he's too good for this level, in my opinion. He's in so much space out there. Proschwitz just managing to find him. Boubacar Barry couldn't get to the ball in time. And that's the easiest of finishes as well. So 4-0 Braunschweig, game over with 51 minutes on the clock. Certainly Uerdingen are not going to come back from this. But can they at least make a game of it as they have done at the start of this half? Or are they going to be on the end of a big drubbing? Well, here come Uerdingen again. And again the defending perhaps not as focused as it could be from Braunschweig. Away the corner there, that's sloppy. Although they're 4-0 up, they've still got to keep their concentration in all areas of the field. Zevina takes the corner. That is a very strange one indeed. Dear oh dear, a really bad delivery from Evina there. As it's not been Uerdingen's day at all. Sent bouncing upfield for Uerdingen. As Braunschweig now hunting in packs to get the ball back again. Seems that goal from Biancardi has settled them down again into the second half. Back there to Fizic, to his feet. Being brought down there on the right-hand side was Barry. Free kick for Uerdingen. As Beer will want to get on the score sheet as well today for Braunschweig. So far, Kobylanski with a brace. Proschwitz and Biancardi, the goal scorers for Braunschweig. And Rodriguez again takes control of this free kick. And it comes, it's a high one, it's a decent one as well. And looking for the header down there was Kirchhoff, but he couldn't find a teammate. Towering above everybody else. Now the counter-attack is on for Braunschweig, but Biancardi, one of his few poor passes that he's made today, he's frustrated with himself that he couldn't send his midfield free there. It's just tapping the ankles there of his opponent. 10 minutes into the second half here, and Braunschweig cruising at 4-0 up. They've got the fourth goal that should clinch this. 51st minute through Biancardi. It's back in again over the heads of everybody. Becker should just allow this one to go out of play. Uerdingen have really only created that flurry of chances at the beginning of this second half, and that's about it really. Probably distraught at their set piece delivery as well when they've had the chances to test Braunschweig. They just haven't been able to do it. Braunschweig on the other hand have been calm and collected and raced into this 4-0 lead. Zumba just can't get into the penalty areas. The shot comes in here, and it's a terrific effort from Barry off the bar and away to safety for Braunschweig. Well, that could easily have been a goal. Back into it here. Terrific hit on his left foot. It just bounces up nicely for him, just bobbling, and he hits it brilliantly. But over the bar and away. Well, a let-off there for Braunschweig. But there would have been nothing they could have done about it, really. It was a lovely individual effort from Boubacar Barry. And as they come away with the ball again here, Braunschweig, Biancardi is stopped in his tracks this time. Evina, Kinzombe. And that's a good clearance from Kiewski. Kobylanski with half of the field in front of him. Finds Poirier. And it's a lovely return ball to Kobylanski. Proschwitz and Poirier in the middle for him. And he can't quite find Proschwitz, who will retrieve the ball on the left-hand side here. Up against Barry. And he brought down in the corner. No, says the referee. Doesn't even get the corner kick either. Came off the striker last. Just with a little bit more care there from Kobylanski, that could easily have been 5. As they caught Uerdingen out on the counter-attack. Rodriguez. for Poirier. Well dealt with by Leukemia. The passing from Uerdingen when they go further forward has been very, very sloppy indeed, as Kirchhoff comes in with the interception and a let off there as Poirier is called up for bringing him down. Biancardi was straight onto the loose ball and actually scored. It won't count. Yeah, just coming from behind there, Poirier. Typical striker's challenge, you'd say. Looks as though we're going to see a change from Braunschweig here. With Otto coming on. And Konrad there just catching the player up against him in midfield, and another yellow card for Uerdingen. The 4th of the day, his 7th overall this season. Certainly catching Bear there. An uncomfortable one more than anything for the attacker. Line here towards Poirier. Kirchhoff showing his strength there to get the ball away, and now spraying it out towards Barry, who hit the bar a couple of minutes ago with an excellent attempt. We've got less than half an hour remaining here for Uerdingen to try and get something out of this game. A consolation at least. It's been a poor away performance from them. Rodriguez forward for Kinzembe. So Rodriguez is coming off then in the final change for Uerdingen. Ibrahimai coming on to replace him, so it was Rodriguez who caught Kessel early in the game with a high boot to give away the free kick, which was converted by Kobylanski. As now Marcel Beer is being withdrawn by Braunschweig. And Otto finally trots on for the final 27 minutes. Uerdingen trying to inject a little bit of pace into their game and a bit of fight here, but it's all too late at 4 down with 64 minutes gone. Ball forward here for Poirier, getting there ahead of Barry, cutting inside Leukemia. Well, it looked as though Leukemia was leaning into him, but no free kick given. The referee waving for him to get back to his feet. As Uerdingen come on the counter-attack, and the slip there at the edge of the box. Just a let-off for Braunschweig, and in the end, Kinsembe couldn't get his eventual hooked effort on target. And sometimes Braunschweig not looking too clever at the back, you've got to say, but Uerdingen not investing enough into this game to punish them. And in the end, that was never a foul from Leukemia. Looked as though he was leaning in, but he wasn't. Barry with the throw here as we're midway through the second half. It's not been really a very eventful match, but Eintracht Braunschweig have been clinical, leading 4-0 here. Well, they're looking for the chance here, Uerdingen, and away. Half away at least. Kinsembe with the finish, surely, and off the line. Ziegler was there just in the right spot to get it away. Braunschweig really playing with fire sometimes in defence. They just can't get the ball away. And against a better team, they would have been well punished here. But as it stands, they're 4 up and seemingly cruising. That's a brilliant piece of positioning there from Ziegler, and then he's straight on his bike again to challenge Kinsembe. Oh, fantastic defending from Ziegler. As the ball was drifted across, and it was a free header, but just ahead there of the Uerdingen attackers coming in on it. See in the table there, Braunschweig up to 5th, 3 points off top. Well, that's looking very healthy for them indeed. They're bang in the race for promotion, and this result going a long way to cementing that. A goal for them would be very welcome as well. And here they come on the counter-attack. Biancardi is stretching the play out to the left as Kiewski drives forward and goes on the overlap. Can he get there in time? Königshofer is there first. Leukemia. Well, Uerdingen at least haven't collapsed in this second half as they did in the first. Zavina tries to carry the ball downfield. No throw in for Dorda with 20 minutes left on the clock here. Another poor ball forward there from Uerdingen. Kirchhoff just pushing up into midfield here. Out for Dorda. They need to create something here, Uerdingen, if they're to get a consolation. They've hit the bar through Barry. That's as close as they've come. Also had a shots cleared off the line by Ziegler. It looks as though there's a first-time cross coming in here. It's just clipped forward for Barry. Good run from him. But he couldn't find a striker in the middle. Uerdingen just having a good spell of possession here at the moment. Barry again. And he's overcooked that one, rather. As Becker can just see off Vivina. So another change then coming here for Braunschweigers. Schwenk is coming on. It's their last change as well. After that enforced change for Kessel early in the game, going off with the facial injury. And it's Burmeister who he will be replacing. So all change at the back then for Braunschweig with that switch. There's Janser. Sorry, Schwenk is the man coming on. So it looks like a change in formation for Braunschweig. Just to run down the clock, 18 minutes remaining. 4-0 up, and Uerdingen not causing them too many problems, really. Just a flailing hand from Evina. He apologises immediately. Didn't mean it at all, as he was just turned by Otto. Down the line here and just sliced out of play from Braunschweig, who have really retreated now, just keeping it compact, keeping Uerdingen out. Don't need to go for more goals. Perhaps they can pick them off if they do get any chances. Braunschweig though, decent looking move, just building here down the right hand side. Otto is brought down again there. So 15 minutes to go here. And surely the 3 points on the board for Braunschweig. Time is running out for Uerdingen even to get a consolation goal here as Leukemia gets it back to Königshofer. And now the through ball, and it looks as though Poirier just knew that he was in an offside position there. Well, Uerdingen will really need to improve for the rest of the season if they're to avoid getting just sucked down into that relegation area late in the season. They're up in 11th at the moment as it stands. 7 points separates them from Victoria Köln in 17th. So still shaky times as they get a shot in here, and they have pulled a goal back. It's a lovely little finish as well. Ibrahima it was, the substitute coming on and rifling that one home from 20 yards. So 4-1 then. Oh, it's a lovely finish. Absolutely no chance for Fizic in goal at all. Just turning quickly and in at the near post. 77th minute, and well, surely Braunschweig are not going to collapse from here. It would be a massive, massive turnaround if Uerdingen can get anything at all out of this game. They've finally got a goal, at least. That could be a bit of a wake-up call for Eintracht Braunschweig. So that's his first goal of the season. An excellent finish it was as well for 4-1. Despite the caption at the top of the screen, it's 4-1, not 5-0. So Braunschweig will be looking to make it 5 here. Minutes to go. Deep ball in here, away by Barry. He at least has been a bright spot for Uerdingen, although they're in behind him. They've got it clear, Uerdingen. They've got players racing forward. That's just been a bit of a boost of confidence for Uerdingen as they earn the corner there. Zombie. So you can see the Braunschweig players just jostling each other to keep the concentration. Delivery straight into the hands of Fizic, diving on the ball, killing a few seconds as well. Well, he was beaten, all ends up with the strike there from Ibrahima, but it was a great strike into the corner. Unfortunately, no clean sheet then for Fizic today. Rising up. At least his team have got a goal back here, but they've just not been at the races all day long. And he could be picked off again here as Otto gets cleared down the right-hand side. Leukemia stretching out a leg to volley away. And there was no foul given there. The no-look pass. And that's good defending. Nice and alert from Uerdingen, but the chance here for Otto, headed away by Kirchhoff, the giant there at the back for Uerdingen. Maybe not the most mobile, but he knows how to get his head on crosses and shots into the box. Lansky is down at the moment, the man on a double for Braunschweig. The ball is kicked away and there's a little bit of afters here between Biancardi and Barry. Not sure what that was all about, as we can see there Kobylanski with a heavy landing. And a yellow card for both Biancardi and Barry now. So third yellow for Barry, second for Biancardi. So that's 6 yellow cards in this game, only 1 for Braunschweig. So just over 8 minutes to go now. Perhaps sensing that they can get a goal back again here. Half the deficit. It's been pretty comfortable though for Braunschweig. They will have been expecting more really from Uerdingen in this whole game, and indeed in this second half. Free kick now for Evina. Again, it's a high one from him. Not what they require at all, Uerdingen. Back in again from a deep area, and there's a player closing in, Evina, the man who took the initial free kick, but he can't get there in time. Well, they just haven't made Braunschweig pay really enough with these opportunities they've had from dead balls. As here's the only breakthrough they've managed to provide. A lovely strike from Ibrahimov from the edge of the box. That's the sum total though of their celebrations today. Just winding down now. Eintracht Braunschweig 4-1 up. I have a feeling that's not really the end of the goal scoring. That's Poirier. Looking disappointed he's not on the score sheet today. Kobylanski, Proschwitz and Biancardi, the men doing the damage for Braunschweig today. Poirier looking for an assist here. He launches the ball vertical. It finds Biancardi on the far side. Back in, and spectacular effort there. Nearly number 5, but the shot whistling past the post there from Schwenk. Nice technique. Hit it really well. Couldn't quite find the target. It's a lovely effort. Next opportunity for Uerdingen. And another poor ball. Just not been penetrative enough, Uerdingen. And here comes Poirier cutting in from the right-hand side. Well, he's got the chance to get the shot away here, and it's into the side netting. Well, he did terrifically well just to get into that position. And to fire the shot away as well. He's all on his own. Proschwitz now just arriving, but too late. And into the side netting. Good contact with the ball. He gets around Kirchhoff with the most obvious of shimmies, sending Kirchhoff the wrong way completely. Zombie tries his luck. Well over the bar though. So 3 minutes to go. I don't think there'll be too much time added on either. Not many stoppages in this second half. The first half we had 4 minutes added on due to the injury to Kessel, which in the end has made very little difference to Eintracht Braunschweig. They've recovered really well from that enforced change at the start of the game. And he will be celebrating in hospital, I'm sure. His team look as though they're going to take the 3 points here pretty easily. Time ticking down here, and the Braunschweig fans celebrating a big win here for them. They're banging the race for promotion with this one, as they were expected to be at the start of the season, but it's been a bit of a shaky one. Christian Flutman has left the club, the coach at the start of the season, leaving in November. Mark Antwerpen will be hoping that this is a signal of things to come for the rest of the season. They've been inconsistent throughout, but perhaps they can use this as a springboard. Another effort rifled in there from Barry. Not quite as spectacular as the one he hit earlier off the bar from that kind of area. There's Braunschweig looking for the cherry on top here. This is Proschwitz to the edge of the box, and he fires in the shot over the bar though. Well, Uerdingen just sitting off. Leukemia and Kirchhoff are surely better than this. They've been so passive in defence. Again, it's Kirchhoff. Poirier turning him inside out a few minutes ago. Proschwitz facing up to him and getting the shot away too. Well, right on 90 minutes, that is the full-time whistle, so Braunschweig take away a very valuable 4-1 win here against Uerdingen. Kobylanski with the double, Proschwitz with the third, and the fourth from Biancardi at the start of the second half, racing into a 4-0 lead there before a goal was pulled back. An excellent goal as well from Ibrahimai, but it was a very disappointing day for Uerdingen, but plenty to celebrate for Braunschweig. So thank you very much for joining us for that Dritte Liga match. Of course, you can catch us in the near future for more matches. You take care, have a nice weekend, and goodbye from me.